Hi, as the outdoor inline skating season is about to begin in Minneapolis, Minnesota, I wanted to create my first video to encourage any hesitant skaters to register and train for an inline marathon. Last fall, I completed my second Northshore inline marathon in beautiful Duluth, Minnesota. I found the entire experience extremely rewarding and realized how much I appreciated all the information that I found on the internet, including YouTube videos from Victor Thorup and Joey Mantilla. Frankly, however, there just was not enough information. I was always looking for more, especially with respect to how your average older guy like me should go about pursuing this challenge. So I have decided to share with you my knowledge. Hopefully it will nudge a few of you to go for it. You will be so glad you did. This video is broken into two parts. In the first part, I will briefly tell you my story. Then in the second part, I will tell you what you should do from my limited and amateurish perspective to get ready for your first marathon. Here's my story. I'm 57 years old and have been inline skating on and off since 1989, but usually skating no more than 3 to 6 miles on a bike trail at any given time. In 2020, however, with COVID setting in and my left knee in bad shape due to Macroblade 100s, which replaced a pair of 20-year-old rollerblades I had been using. That summer, I typically skated 3 to 6 miles at a good speed and loved those new Macroblade 100s. In 2021 then, I kept skating and started looking into the Northshore inline marathon. But I kept coming up with excuses for why I shouldn't pursue it. Like I don't have time, I'm too old, I'll hurt myself. You get the idea. Then in the spring of 2022, I visited Duluth and decided to look up the marathon's office. Next thing you know, I was at the office being greeted by the executive director at the time, Skeeter Moore. Skeeter was so helpful and encouraging that I signed up for the 2022 race as soon as I got home. Thank you, Skeeter. You got the ball moving for me. So, how can you get the ball moving and start preparing for your first inline marathon? These are my suggestions. But again, these are from my limited and amateurish perspective. I just have 2 marathons under my belt, so take them as you wish. First, just sign up for a marathon. Stop hesitating. There are not a lot of options, so I highly recommend the Northshore Marathon in mid-September, which is North America's largest marathon and probably the most beautiful. If you are nervous about paying the registration fee and then having to back out, just pay the extra $20 for insurance. This insurance allows you to get the registration fee back if you have to cancel for any reason. After you have signed up, make yourself even more committed by booking a hotel, making travel arrangements, and requesting time off from work. Good hotels in Duluth get filled quickly, so make a reservation ASAP. Next, find a marathon training program that works for you. The only one I found online for free was a 14-week program from Rollerblade Canada and Rollerblade China, not US. Just Google inline marathon training. It should pop up. I highly recommend this program because it is very balanced and doable, so you shouldn't get overwhelmed or burnt out. To give you a flavor, you only skate 4 days a week. Then on your off days, you rotate between flexibility and strength. As you begin your training, watch as many YouTube videos as you can that give various tips on various techniques, especially with respect to the double push, as it is the key technique for distance skaters to develop. If you don't master the double push, you will be fine. But it is a good challenge and it will make your skating much more efficient and rewarding. Now, many of the videos may be hard to comprehend initially because you have not skated enough miles, or you are not even aware of the concept being presented in the video. However, As you increase your skating distance and improve your technique, you will slowly begin to appreciate the videos more and more and will want to go back to review them again and again, because you will realize that perfecting your form and technique will become critical to optimize your efficiency and power. I cannot emphasize this enough. A little tweak here and there to your technique will make all the difference in the world. As you increase your training, you will get more and more comfortable on your existing skates and will likely want to upgrade your skates. As I stated earlier, in 2020, I purchased the Macroblade 100s. However, prior to my first marathon in 2022, I purchased the Macroblade 110s because I wanted the bigger wheels to go faster and be more efficient. These here are the Macroblade 110s. They are a great skate. I really enjoyed training on these and did use them for my first marathon. For my second marathon in 2023, I was more than comfortable jumping up to even a bigger skate, the Revv 125s, which are right here. These are 125 millimeter wheels, obviously. These are also a great skate, and I'm so glad I jumped up to these. Each time I've jumped up, I've been more than happy. So don't be afraid to try new things and jump up if you need to. You know, if any of you have an interest in me doing a review on comparison on the Macroblade 100s, 110s, and the Revv 125s, please indicate so in the comments below. In addition to your skates, consider other equipment and clothing in your preparation. For example, I had an old helmet, so I made an upgrade to be safe and more comfortable. Also, to be safe, I bought these gloves, which I can't find here. But anyway, I think it's, hold on one second. So I bought these gloves with the little guard on the palm, and you can get these on Amazon. I've never used gloves or wrist guards before, but with all the miles I would be doing, I knew my chances of falling would increase substantially. So I bought these gloves to give me more confidence that I could handle a spill, and they've been great. I love having them. Okay, with respect to clothing, for the short training sessions, you can wear regular workout shorts and a t-shirt, but consider switching to short tights and a biker's shirt for the longer skates, as these are what you should wear on race day. I wasn't gonna buy the tights and the biker's shirt, but I watched a video that suggested them for comfort, storage, and to reduce drag. Again, like new skates, these purchases are not necessary for your preparations, but I'm glad I did them. As you prepare for your marathon, expect to have setbacks in your training, but do your best to stay on course and don't use them as an excuse to quit. You can get back on track. My first major setback was a tear to my hamstring, which happened while I was water skiing. My second setback was a nasty blister on the inside of my foot that I developed during training. When these setbacks occurred, I thought I was done. I'm telling you this so when you do have a setback, which you will keep your spirits high and know that your goal is still attainable. Just modify your training schedule and do your best to stay on track. If you stay reasonably close to the mileage on the aforementioned schedule, you will be in good shape. A little bit more on blisters. Even if you have skates that fit properly, you are likely to get a blister because they develop when your form and the technique start to falter, which I understand is usually around the 18-mile mark for most new distance skaters. In fact, on my first 18-mile skate, I got a hot spot, which is the precursor to a blister. To deal with this, I put a Compeed pad on the hot spot for my next long skate. This is Compeed right here. You've probably seen it in the stores. Unbeknownst to me, however, you don't put Compeed on a hot spot. It actually makes it worse. There are videos on YouTube that confirm this. There's also a great video on YouTube on how to treat inline skating blisters. Just search inline skating blisters. That video was a lifesaver for me and got me back on track and made me confident that I would not have blisters on race day. Finally, to avoid setbacks, I cannot reiterate enough the importance of stretching and drinking a ton of water. My training would have gone much better had I just respected more the importance of stretching and drinking a lot of water. I should have known better. If you follow the foregoing tips and watch other videos, you will be in a great position to finish the marathon strong. Hopefully, my story and these tips will inspire you to get started. If this video gains any traction, I will do a video on what to expect on race day and how to approach the course and finish the race. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and please let me know if I can answer any questions. Thank you so much for watching.